We begin in the courts. Justice in the United States Supreme Court heard oral arguments in Louisiana's congressional redistricting controversy. And
KTBS 3's anchor and political reporter Jeff Beinfor monitored the hearing and spoke with several of the principals involved. Jeff?
Yeah, guys, I sure did. This is a case that's been brewing for years. In 2020, the legislature adopted a congressional map, but in 2022, the Middle District Court of Louisiana said that map probably violated the Voting Rights Act. So the governor called a special session, and the legislature created the current map in January of 2024. That map has been challenged in the case of Louisiana versus Calais. The case alleges race was the predominant factor for creation of that map. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the case today, and Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill defended the maps. She spoke with me from the steps of the Supreme Court after the hearing.
You know, at the end of the day, I think that what we want is direction for the legislature so that they know how to do this job when they go back to the task of redistricting, and they do it every 10 years. So, you know, whether we're back next year or we're back in 5 years, we know that we will be back doing this task again. And so we think that legislators need more direction so this isn't a job that's being performed by federal judges.
Louisiana Solicitor General Ben Aguanaga argued on behalf of the state today. As he explained to me, the current map was created using fundamental political calculations, protecting the districts of House Speaker Mike Johnson, Majority Leader Steve Scalise, and Representative Julia Letlow, who sits on House Appropriations.
And what we told the court is that in a case like this, where you balance race and politics is really driving the ultimate decision, that is a constitutional exercise of our redistricting power. And so, as I said, the court was very engaged. We look forward to the court's decision. We hope it's on our side.
Now, District 6 is the main district under fire, stretching from Shreveport to Baton Rouge. 6th District Congressman Cleo Fields was in the Supreme Court chambers today. I asked if he felt the state made a strong defense of its case.
I think the state did an excellent job. And if you just listen to some of the questions from the justices, I mean, they were dead on point. I mean, you know, look, you can't take politics out of politics. I mean, and I think the Supreme Court has articulated that view in previous decisions. You know, the legislature is not perfect. It never will be. But they had to comply with the Voting Rights Act, and I think they did. And in doing so, they took political considerations, took in political considerations in the drawing of the map, and that's certainly permissible.
Meanwhile, Shreveport State Senator Alan Seabaugh was in the Supreme Court chambers today. He says race was the predominant factor in drawing the districts, and there are multiple ways the case could be decided. He believes the justices will invalidate the districts, and
the second question is, will they invalidate Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act? That one's a little more up in the air.
Seabaugh believes that could be decided by different splits among the justices. The belief is it'll be late spring or summer before those justices do render their opinion. So we'll see how it goes. Back to you guys.
We will see. Thanks, Jeff.